Hey guys, um, sorry, my name is Laramie, and this is Prim Creations, and it's a crafty knitting podcast. I don't think I put in my first episode, I'm coming from Topeka, Kansas, United States. Yeah, it's kind of chilly this morning, but sunny. It's supposed to rain this afternoon though, so we'll see. Today I have some knitting, I have some quite a bit of sewing, and I have some progress keepers. Woo! So I'm drinking coffee. This is my favorite, one of our favorite mugs. It's a coffee shop I went to all the time in high school, Black Dog. It's great. And it's about an hour from here in Kansas City, so yeah, nice and hot coffee. Anyway, so baby belly is making this a little more difficult. So I guess I'll start with, I don't have any knitting FOs this week, and I just have a few works in progress. So I guess I'll just start with that. Showed you guys then this one last week. I actually maybe got a couple rows in on it. It's my market bag. Just wasn't feeling it, so I haven't been working on it. Again, I told you I typically knit one project at a time, and I think it's because of this, because I will start a project and then I will just never finish it. But we'll get back to it. Part of the reason I kind of put it down was I got 2 sock whips, and this is actually, I showed you guys this one last week, and I actually got all the way past the heel. I'm doing Mina Phillips mini heel flap and German short row heel. This is actually her MEADOW sock pattern, and I casted it on, got all the way through the cuff, got all the way through the leg, and then I did the heel flap and the heel, and my gauge was just off. I don't know what happened. It was huge. I held it up against the sock, and it was like a whole inch longer, and my gauge was just so open. It was weird, and I think it was because I was knitting on the market bag and then switching back to the tiny socks, and I tried to pick up to rip out so I didn't have to rip the whole sock out, but it just didn't happen, and I just ripped the whole thing out and casted it back on. So I did get all the way through the heel, all the way through the gussets, and I'm about a repeat and a half through on the foot, and it's matching up much better with the other sock. So there it is. And then I casted on one other sock because after I ripped out this sock, I was a little frustrated, and so I did cast on another sock, and they're all tangled. One second. Okay. Did cast on another sock. This is the blueberry waffle sock, which I haven't done yet, but I hear people really like it, so, and this is lavender colorway from Blushing Ooh. I showed you guys last week in my acquisitions. Oops, dropped it. I'm doing this one on 60 stitches on size 0s. Hoping that it has enough stretch. I'll probably put it onto my magic loop needle and try it on here before too long. I don't want to get too far into it before realizing I need to rip it out because it's not big enough or it's too big. But so I haven't been knitting a whole lot this week. Got a little bit of the itch to do other things and stuff. So let me grab some coffee real quick and we'll get into that. Okay, so first thing, I did get some progress keepers done. It was exciting and fun. I am no master, that's for sure, but it was fun and that's what matters. Sorry, my allergies are insane. This weird weather where it rains and then it's sunny and it's hot, and yesterday it was kind of chilly and it's just weird. So, I made these out of polymer clay. Again, I am no super miniatures, but they were fun, and that's what matters. So, do what brings you joy. So these little baby mini French macarons were the ones I did first. Aren't they so cute? Actually, I have these on my socks right now. Chocolate one. Whoa. And I also did some coffee beans. I will definitely be doing more of these because they're just so much fun. You can get so many out of such a little amount of clay. It looks really dark, but so I have my French macaron on my Easter socks. I just thought the colors went really nicely together. And I have my coffee bean on my blueberry waffle socks because who doesn't like blueberry waffles with their coffee? Duh. So, those are my first little fun things. I just whipped those out one night. Finally got some little things to put on the jewelry to put them on. But yeah, and then I got the most incredible itch to sew. So I sewed and sewed and sewed and sewed and sewed, which is hilarious because I'm pretty sure my sewing machine hasn't come out since my daughter was born. I don't think I've sewn since I had Lily just over 3 years ago, because who wants to explain to a baby why you can't touch things that could hurt you? You know, just such a pain. And we live in an apartment, and so I don't have like a set room where I can just leave my sewing machine out. I have to unpack our storage room to get my sewing machine, to set it up, and so it's kind of not the easiest thing to do. But I did do it, and now I have this urge to sew all the time. Thankfully, Lily is a little old enough that she understands that she can't touch things because they might hurt her. And so she generally will sit and watch me, but not actually touch them. So the first thing I did, this was the first bag I did. I'm not super fancy. But it's just been fun. So it's one of the little over the arms, and I love it, and I freaking take it everywhere with me now. It's so easy to just shove in my purse, and I love that I can actually have both sets of socks I have going right now in the bag with my little tape measure that I got at Michael's. That has an F on it for no reason. My last name doesn't start with F. My first name doesn't start with F. It was on sale, and it's cute, so I got it. But I can keep it in there too. And so now I have both socks and my little measure so I can double check the length of my stuff. And so I've just been knitting on one sock getting through a repeat and then switching and doing a little bit more on the other sock, and it's been fun. So take those out so I can show you the other ones I've done. The next one I did, actually I'm going to make bigger ones, and this doesn't actually have any knitting supplies in it currently, but I just made a little zipper pouch. It's got a purple lining, which looks kind of blue in the camera, but it's purple. And currently it has all my little things I need to take with me when Morgan goes into labor. My best friend's having her baby anytime now. I'm so excited. And yeah, but it just has all my junk in it. I'll probably eventually move my notions stuff into here, but it was kind of just a practice. I haven't done any sort of pouches or bags in a really long time, and so I just wanted to, but I am going to do a bigger one for sure. So the next one I did, this one. It's a little cube. Well, not really cube, it's rectangular, but it's the same concept as the sock cube, which I do want to make a sock cube, an actual cube. But I love this rectangle because look, watch. First of all, this pattern is adorable. And it has little polka dots on the inside. But I can keep my sock, one sock in there. I can keep my other sock in this bag with my tape measure. I can put it in there, and I can fit both my magic loop needles for when I get to the heels or toes in there as well. I just use these knit picks. I actually really like these, and they're so cheap. And, you know, the cord's really nice, so I can fit both of those in there, and I think I can even fit, I don't really use Fish Lips Kiss, it just doesn't work for my foot, but I do have a cardboard foot, and I can fit that in there too. So I fit all of it. And I just take it with me, and I can pull out my little arm one when I'm at the park with Lily and just throw one of my socks in or whatever. It's currently housing the 100 pens I have from my bullet journal because I need to make a pencil case, obviously, for those. But this is what I will use it for, and I love it. First I was like, that's huge, but now it's perfect. And then, last but not least, and I still have one planned, which I'll get to in a minute, I did a drawstring. And I love it. It was so easy, it was so fun. It just got little polka dots too. And little owls. And I've been keeping my market bag in there with my notions. It fits perfectly. Ta-da! Nice. So I got so lucky with our local Joann's this week. They had a 75% off coupon for all of their fat quarters. I got like $30 worth of fat quarter fabrics for like $7. What? Yes, cool. Always love a good deal. So Lily joined us, and my computer turned off for some reason. Did you make me an ice cream cone?
No. This is a cup with strawberry ice.
Oh. Am I supposed to eat it?
With a spoon.
Oh.
Are you gonna like it?
Thank you.
I'm done with my peanut.
Okay, can you go put it all away so that it doesn't dry out? we'll see how the rest of this goes. Good thing it's going to be pretty quick today. More coffee. So, what I have left, I have I brought Lily's quilt. I talked about wanting to do another baby quilt. And, so I brought Lily's, and I actually had to stitch some patches back on. But hers is just this little circle. I did this when I was pregnant with her. And they're just top stitched, which in hindsight wasn't super great because, like I just said, I had to like go back on and I just hand stitched them back on because I didn't actually quilt the circles. I put the circles on the top layer and didn't quilt them into it, and so I didn't want to quilt some into it and then not do others, and it's such a pain to do it on my tiny machine as it is. But so that's hers, and I love it. I backed it with flannel, so it's warm, and she loves it. She was actually really upset when I had it out. What?
I want you to help me. Help me pick up my mess.
Did you?
Now.
I will in just a little bit, but did you put all your Play-Doh away so that it wouldn't get dry?
Oh no.
Will you go put it away in its container just so it doesn't get dry? And we'll put it away in a minute. Thank you. And I got the fabric. Okay. I have to take a little break. Lily's got to go potty. We're back. Lily's joined me. Hopefully she holds out for a few minutes. Anyway, so I did get the fabric that I'm going to use for the new baby's quilt. And yeah, 1 second. I'm trying to get them all stacked. So yeah, there it is. Got it's pretty green. This was my inspiration one, and the window is gonna like totally blow it out. But it's like white, kind of creamy white with these flowers and blue and green leaves. Just a plain blue. Some hummingbirds. It's a dark gray, corally pink little whatever this is. I don't know what design this is. And then just a plain gray. And I'm using a pattern from C. Kate Sew. This is it's a triangular quilt. I'll link this in the description box if you want to see what it looks like. And then yeah, so you cut out 19 triangles per fabric, and then you just layer them together. And yeah, so my goal over the next couple weeks is obviously cutting out 19 triangles times 6 fabrics. What?
My suit. I don't want my suit. I want my pink.
Lily, no, you have to stay clothed. 3-year-olds always want to take their clothes off. Just wait, okay?
Okay.
So yeah, over the next couple weeks, my plan is to get those cut out so I can start piecing them together. We got just over 2 months left, and I used with Lily's, like I got it done in just a couple days, but I know with her, like I'm having to time it, so like cutting things out during her nap time on my days that I'm home with her in the afternoon.
Mom,
And
Mom,
what?
why did you tell her I always take naps?
You do.
Why?
Hey, Mommy, remember you gotta be quiet. Okay? And then sewing in the evening after she goes to bed and stuff like that, so it's just not quite as, easy when you're balancing. Okay.
And I come to join us.
Yeah, you did come to join us.
I need to told her that.
You told her that. You told them. Okay.
But I know names.
Mm-hmm.
You do.
There's lots of them. So other than that, I do have the fabric for one more bag that I'm gonna hopefully cut out today, and see how far I can get. Other than that, knitting wise, I did bring what is going to eventually be my cozy memories. I have not accumulated very many minis, so I haven't started it yet, but I thought I'd show you just a few of them. That's it. So I'm kind of just sorting them until I have more, but I do want to start it soon because it seems like a lot of fun. So, what?
I need to tell you something bad.
What happened?
And my pumpkin was chasing me, then along with my mommy and my dad.
I know, that's so sad. No, pumpkin. This is a recurring bad dream Lily has about a pumpkin. Lily, I don't have to tell him. You just told him. But anyway, so as for me in this week, still just waiting for Morgan to have her baby. We're hoping he'll be here by this weekend or early next week. So things are starting to progress, and I'm really excited about that. Today I have a doctor's appointment. We have our 1 hour glucose test, which is always a blast.
Mama,
What, Lily?
what do you have a doctor's appointment?
We have to go check on your baby sister. Make sure she's growing.
Because you're sick.
No, we don't always have to go to the doctor because we're sick. We just need to make sure your baby sister is growing.
Does your tummy hurt?
Not yet. And then this evening I have our follow-up for our 4D ultrasound. So I'm going to spend a bit of time. Lily.
What do I know? I always wanted to snuggle me.
I know. I'll snuggle as soon as we're done with this, okay? But we have our follow-up for our 4D ultrasound. Since she didn't cooperate very well the last time. So I'm going to spend this afternoon trying to keep her as far up in my belly as possible. We'll see how it goes. I'm not disappointed either way. They can't control her. But my...
Why is your tummy possible? Mom? Why is your tummy possible?
Why is my tummy impossible? That doesn't make any sense. But my mom is coming into town for that. So she'll get to go again and try and see her. And then I think we'll do dinner. But then other than that, we're just kind of waiting to have this baby. Not this baby. Morgan's baby. And then, yeah, I think that's it. I don't really have any other big news or things. So, this is kind of a short one. And we're still kind of just getting into the groove of it, but I'm trying to push myself to keep going because I know getting started is the hardest part. And with taking a break from my baking business, I'm trying to do a lot of self-care before this baby comes, and part of that is pushing myself to do new things, even though I'm taking time off from doing one thing to do other things, but just a little bit of self-care, and before we transition to a family of 4, oh my goodness, crazy. It's gonna be here before we know it. So, thank you guys for spending some time with us, and hopefully next week I have a little bit more knitting, and we'll have a few at least one more bag that I have fabric for that I'm gonna cut out hopefully this morning, and then maybe some of the triangles for this baby quilt. Although I may not show those to you because it's gonna be pretty boring, but we'll see. So, hope you guys have a good week, and we'll see you guys next week. Thank you.